Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. This is Jeff Ernst, Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at Orange Tree. We are delighted to be hosting today's webinar, Innovating Drug Testing with Technology. I'm actually out on the East Coast making a number of client visits this week, and it's really been amazing, the reception that we've gotten to this topic. So I'm delighted that you're able to join us today. And joining me, most importantly, is Monica Strunk, our Director of Implementation. She's going to take you through all of the meat and details of how we're helping clients with their background check process, including drug testing, and some of the exciting integration capabilities that are here now. And just around the corner, we're going to extend what we're currently doing, not only from a portal perspective in which you interact every day, but with what your candidates are going to be able to experience here as they go through the process. So quickly, here is our agenda. Probably more words than warrants a lot of time. Just a lot of exciting discussion, and we do have a couple of clients who are early adopters, and we'll share some of their experiences too. So just kind of a reminder for some of you who are starting to learn about Orange Tree and some of our capabilities. We are really focused on helping our customers fill open positions. You guys know better than we do about the market. So our goal in our drive each and every day is to provide fast, easy, and accurate background screening. We believe we're providing a leading candidate experience. As many of you know, it's text-driven. The work on a background check drug test can start in as soon as 3 seconds. And feedback from literally tens of thousands of users is that our interface, our experience is very easy. So we think we can help you and your candidates along the way. Next slide. So fundamentally, your time is money. Low unemployment, historically low unemployment. The last report I read from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 7.3 million open positions, 6.3 million workers. So it's a contest. It's a lot of work. You guys know that. You're on the front lines. And so everything that we do, we are geared toward being as efficient, as effective, and fast as possible so that all of the hard work that you've done to get to a point of the offer contingent upon a background check, that great experience they've had, we continue that to the finish line on your behalf. Typically, we spend a little bit more time on this particular chart. There's a lot of technology from Orange Tree that goes into enabling the hiring process when you engage with us. Starts with the ATS, goes all the way through the back end. We have data that's available to you for your HCM, for your different reporting systems if you would like. The bottom line is very fast, seamless data flow available throughout the entirety of the process. And as importantly, SOC 2 standards, so IT, data security, privacy standards to what the industry expects, we have met, as well as the industry standard, the NAPBS accreditation. We will spend a little bit more time here on this particular chart. We've kind of affectionately called it the back office. And while it may be a bit less glamorous than talking about the ATS and where you all spend your time working with your workflow, equally important in our ability to serve you and meet your expectations for turnaround time, whether it's the services we provide or how quickly we're able to answer your questions, is an underpinning philosophy of a technology-first mindset. And Monica is going to go into some of this here in just a moment. But to kind of fill out the mindset here, our goal when we create technology, when we create service offerings, is to create an interface and an experience for you such that when you interact with us, you can see everything about your order more quickly and more easily online than you can if you were to dial 10 digits on your touch-tone phone, wait 60 seconds for a live client success partner. That's our goal, and we recognize with the drug testing capabilities and what you all want from a background screen provider, that there was some additional information that we could provide relative to the drug testing process. And we are really excited to let you know today. It's been up and operational now, so this is the demonstration of that, how we are increasing and meeting that goal for our clients with the technology first mindset of providing you information in our portal faster than we could possibly deliver. You, again, touching just simply 10 digits on your phone, giving us a call and asking us a question. So with that, I'll turn it over to Monica, and she'll get into today's integration discussion.
Terrific. Thank you, Jeff. All right, so let's take a look at the common problems with drug testing. Oftentimes, you are placing an order for the background screen and the drug test in two separate systems. When creating the drug test order, you're selecting a collection site, and you aren't even sure that that collection site is something that will work for the candidate. And then you're taking that information and you're emailing it to the candidate so that they can go submit to the test. This, along with the communication of what status the drug test is in, creates this black hole. You aren't able to know what stage the background screen the drug test is in unless you were to go to the lab partner site or give Orange Tree a call. So how does a front-end drug test integration work, and how does it solve the problem? Really, it's quite simple. We simply configure your background screening packages to include a drug test. This creates a one-click ordering for both the drug test and the background screen. Once the order is submitted, the integration will send the candidate an email and allow the candidate to select a collection site that is convenient to them. The candidate is able to electronically send themselves that chain of custody form through email or text. And as the drug test progresses through the stages to completion, you'll be able to view real-time status updates from registration to completion, all within Client Connect. So let's take a look at what that candidate experience is. And so please note, we do have integrations with both eScreen and Quest. But for the purpose of today's call, I'll be sharing with you the candidate experience through eScreen. And so when the candidate, when the background screen and the drug test is ordered, the candidate will receive an email that looks like this. And the email will ask the candidate to follow the instructions to register themselves for a drug screen. The candidate will then enter their information into this screen here. So they're going to enter in their last name and their email address. And then they're going to just confirm their information. And this information is going to have been received with that initial background and drug test order submitted. The candidate will then have the ability to select a collection site that is convenient to them. So they can enter in a combination of city and state or zip code, along with the number of miles that they're willing to travel for a clinic. And once they've entered in that information, all of the clinics that are available for the candidate to go submit to that drug test will populate. It'll provide the phone number of the clinic along with the address and the distance to that clinic based off the zip code provided. And the candidate would just simply click select. And once they've clicked select, they'll then just simply confirm the clinic that they have selected to go to. And once they've confirmed that, their job is essentially complete. They can now electronically send that chain of custody form to themselves through email and or text message. And what that electronic chain of custody form looks like is this. You can see in the upper right-hand corner, there is a barcode. That barcode just is essentially what gets the candidate into the clinic to submit to that test. So the candidate can just essentially bring up this document on their smartphone and then go submit to the drug test. There's also some additional information on here for the candidate, such as how long they have to go submit to the test. That time frame is determined by you as the client when you set up the integration. And then it also provides the candidate with the name of the clinic that they selected, along with information about that clinic. So that is the candidate experience in using a front-end drug test integration. Let's take a look at what your experience would be in receiving status updates. And so here, this is a view of our Client Connect portal. And this is where you come today to view the status of the order and to view results. You're also able to view annotations or updates on the background screen, such as ETAs for criminal searches and attempts made on verification. Now, by having a front-end drug test integration, you'll also be able to view the progress of a drug test. So let's take a look at what updates you'd be able to view within Client Connect for drug test services. And so here, this first example here is an annotation example of what it would look like when the candidate has successfully completed registration for their drug test. So this would mean that the candidate has responded to that email, they have selected a collection site, and they have now generated a chain of custody form. So you'd be able to see the clinic they selected along with a timestamp of when the candidate completed that process. We also have an annotation if the candidate does not complete that registration or submit to that drug test within the allotted time. You'd receive an update within the annotations letting you know that the status had expired. And then you'll also still receive an update on the final report letting you know that the drug test was not submitted to. Expecting that the candidate would go to the collection site to have that drug test submitted to, we'll also make note of when that collection was made, and that just confirmation that the specimen was sent to the lab. And so that would be another timestamp so you can follow along with the progress. Once the specimen had been received at the lab and was in testing, you'd see a status update of received at lab, again with a timestamp. If the specimen would need to be a non-negative test and be sent to the MRO for review, you would see a status update within Client Connect stating that the status was in MRO review. Please note that this would only be for non-DOT tests. This would not include any DOT testing. And then finally, the final result. The final result would still be viewable within Client Connect. If it was ordered in combination with a background screen, all of those results would be combined into one and viewable as one order. I'd like to share a quote with you from one of our client partners, Susan Cronin at Craig Therapeutics. Susan shared that they have received really great time savings in both the initiation of the drug test order and turnaround time in receiving the results. I think Susan here says it best when she says there's no comparison to the efficiencies gained by moving to Orange Tree. So just some additional exciting enhancements that I'd like to share with you regarding the drug testing process that will be released in the upcoming months. So today we talked about how a front-end integration works for drug testing. In the very near future, we'll be releasing functionality that will allow for multiple occupational health services to be ordered through the integration. So in addition to drug testing, you'll also be able to order services like physicals and lift tests. We'll also be making some updates to Candidate Connect, and this will be to allow for the candidate to complete drug test and occupational health tasks directly within the portal, just like they do today for background screening services. There will be some additional features added to Candidate Connect to support candidates in the middle of the drug test and occupational health services. And so there'll be an option for the candidate to create a calendar invite directly within their calendar, as well as receive reminder emails reminding the candidate to go submit to the test. The candidate will also have the ability to obtain directions to the clinic that they selected within Candidate Connect. And then, although it's not drug test related, I also wanted to share another upcoming enhancement to Candidate Connect, and that is the Save and Complete Later button. This will be a new option for candidates to save data that they've entered and then allow the candidate to pick up at a later time and complete data entry of that information. We're also going to be adding a review option within Candidate Connect, and this will allow for the candidate to review the information that they have input prior to submitting the order to Orange Tree. And so we are all very excited about these upcoming enhancements. So be on the lookout for an upcoming webinar with more information on these new enhancements. And then you can also expect to see some updates from your client success partner on when these will be available. All right, so what's next? If this integration is of interest to you, we can set you up with the integration within a few days, and there is no additional cost to you. And so it really is broken down into 3 easy steps. The first one being to contact your client success partner and let them know which background screening packages you'd like to add a drug test to, and then how long would you like to allow for the candidate to submit to a drug test. Really, this is the only information we need to know, and it really is that fast and easy. If you have any questions about what we've covered today or about the drug test integration, please do not hesitate to contact your dedicated client success partner, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
So at this time, I think that concludes the prepared remarks from Monica, from myself. If there are questions, we'd be happy to take those right now. You can enter them into the chat window. If you reflect upon the webinar, have some additional questions, as this final chart states, and Monica has already mentioned, contact your client success partner or your Orange Tree seller, or you can text me at 952-237-7471. And I'll do my best to respond in 3 seconds, just like our background checks start. Or if I happen to be traveling or in a customer meeting, it might be just a slightly delayed beyond that. But we'd be delighted to take your questions right now. Monica, there's one here, just kind of on the final point on this chart. Are there any disclaimers or limitations that are something we need to think through in planning for an integration, or is it truly the 3 easy steps that you've described?
It truly is the 3 easy steps that I described. We just simply need to know the background screening package you'd like the drug test included in, and then how long would you like to allow for the candidate to go submit to the drug test. And for some of you that may be on the call, we may already have that information. You just need to let us know you'd like to start the integration.
Okay, so at this time, I don't see any questions. Again, if that changes, just let us know. We'd be happy to follow up with you and provide more information that is specific to your policy, to the technology I've implemented, and look for the best ways in order to help you out. We do thank you for your attendance today. Monica, thank you for taking us through this particular integration topic. We appreciate it, and I wish everyone a fantastic day. Thank you again.